Stay tuned after this program for some exciting retail offers on products seen in the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders country western workout video.
Warning. The scenes that you're about to see may be unbearable for some persons.
3, 2, 1.
Previously on VCR Party Live.
And it looks like we have Emmy on the line for Show Us Your Plunkets. Should we welcome our special guest?
Let's bring her on. Thanks for joining us. We're going to show some plunkets today. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Jim Plunkett had never known failure until now.
Okay, this is at Disney World. I have not seen Indiana Jones to this day.
That's a stranger. That's a stranger,
yes,
then.
I've got a haircut known as the Rachel and a mouth full of braces.
Yeah.
If you and Indiana Jones went on an actual adventure right now, you would slow him way down, wouldn't you?
Yes, I think so.
I thought this was a still from the movie when you sent it, so I'm glad you clarified.
This is the most fun I've ever had at a beach, I think. I don't know how old I am in this, but I think I decided it would be good to tear out my eyebrows. They are minuscule, sort of tadpole-esque.
Are you mid-word here, or is this like your your smile? Is this?
I think I might have had a few grapes.
Oh, a few.
Your eyebrows kind of look like Clark Gable's mustache a little bit, kind of like a.
Oh, okay. So I was a tween in the era of like NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys, and I think every girl liked them, but we dressed up as them. I'm AJ, the sensitive, or no, AJ is the bad boy, and my best friend Kira is Howie, the sensitive old one. And yeah, we drew on our facial hair and pretended we had 3 other friends. I guess that's
last but not least.
Oh man, here we go. This is right before I got kicked off the Lolita Express. Is that an okay joke to make?
Absolutely.
Bill Clinton did like a fundraiser in my town, and my family just waited outside. So my brother and I both got pictures with him, or he's like in them. He's not posing. He's not with us, but we were. And yeah. I mean, an eyebrow grew back a little bit. It looks like, which is cool. If you need closure on that narrative, they came back.
VCR Party Live. VCR Party Live. At the end of the 20th century, a scientist saw a killer comet on its way. He filmed instructions for its destruction over a second-hand VHS tape, but then was hit by a Winnebago. So his assistants Nick and Joe must search every corner of his drone for the cassette that is our only home. But in the meantime, they'll play the greatest hits they find. VCR Party Live. VCR Party Live. Melinda's.
Well, hello, Melinda.
Hey, everybody.
It's VCR Party time. It's Tuesday night. Yes, we're doing it. Yes, we're watching VHS tapes. That's all we do. That's all we're doing with our lives. 14,000 of them, trying to tear through them. I'm Joe. There's Nick. There's Steve. And we're going to have some laughs. We're going to have some smiles. Smiles throughout the show because we got a great guest. Emmy Blotnick's on the show. Friend of the show. She's been with us since Quarantine Classics.
Yeah, I mean, and Emmy, she's written for Light Show Stephen Colbert. She was a producer on The English Teacher, Brian Jordan Alvarez's show, and I recently loved Mike Judge's claymation like NPR show. It wasn't on NPR, but it's set in the world of NPR. It was called In the Know. She thinks she's a writer and producer on that as well, and she's going to join us very soon. Emmy Blotnick will be here.
I want to show some VHS tapes that I got recently. Nick, you remember Carl Hurley? He always has good VHS covers. I found a new one recently. Look at it.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah. He still has that big smile, and yeah, that's Carl Hurley.
There's Carl.
Yep, we don't have that one. Oh, somebody gave me this the other night. You Are the Star. New You Are the Star.
Yes.
These are the videos where they like put your name, like if your name is Nick, they'll have a video all about Nick in here that they custom make.
And they put your head, I think, too, in like whatever crappy cartoon it is. Yeah, we have a whole shelf of those.
They're all custom made.
Yeah.
Like this new Jesus video. I was thinking about doing another 101 Jesus edit, because there's so many new Jesus tapes that popped up. Look at this hunk. That's a handsome Jesus.
Yeah, it's a little bit Charles Manson, too.
Doesn't sound like you're believing it, Nick.
Yeah, sure, he was handsome.
And then I got Soccer Dog.
Yes.
Looks like it must have come off the heels of Air Bud because the design looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
Everything looks the same.
The one sport Air Bud hadn't done yet, I think.
And then, it's good when they have to tell you it's the movie.
Yeah.
Do
you recognize any of those names? Are those recognizable names? James Marshall, Olivia?
Yeah, Olivia Diabo. Yeah. I think she was in Rushmore.
Okay. Looks funny. All right, and then this one, somebody, I think John Griffin gave me this one the other day. CBS sneak peek.
Ooh.
This is when Survivor was coming out.
It's like
so they were
99, 2000.
But then look at some of these other shows on here. What is it?
The
Education
of Max Bickford.
Yeah.
With Richard Dreyfuss.
The Agency. Oh, I love The Agency. I did this episode.
Lost for time.
Danny. Do you remember Danny? He has a basketball.
Oh. Is that Daniel Stern? I think it.
Oh, maybe it is.
Stern, yeah.
What's that one down there? Chicken biscuits?
Citizen Baines.
Chicken biscuits. Yeah. That looks like James Cromwell with 3 young ladies.
What is it? Citizen
That's
Baines.
Mr. Skolnick from Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh. What do they call it? Like Skolnick's?
Wolf Lake, I remember. Amazing Race, Ellen. Yeah.
So those are all the new shows on CBS.
Very cool. I got a couple unusually specific ones. Well, this is the San Diego Model Railroad Museum.
Okay.
San Diego Model Railroad Museum. I'm actually looking forward to that. I like modern.
I'm thinking about when I'm old, like I'm talking 80-year-old old.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about getting into model trains. I think that's the time to do it.
I could see it being fun. I went to the world's largest indoor model railroad in Pennsylvania, or maybe
Here he goes bragging.
Near Princeton, New Jersey, and it's incredible. This is one I got to digitize this for our clownathon that's happening Friday. JP Patches Volume 1. This episode is Gertrude Reveals Super Clown.
Okay.
So yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, and then it's like the Killer Clowns from Outer Space spelling. And then it came with this though. Look, you can be a Patches Pal T-shirt. So I'm gonna send this in to City Dump Productions in Linwood. Hey, that's where Weird Al grew up. Oh no, Linwood, Washington. All right, standard adult child. Yeah, allow 4 to 6 weeks. So I'm gonna send that in, see what happens, and report back.
There we go.
All right,
Steve, you got anything to show us?
I don't, but I have a question for you. When it says Volume 1, how often are they just being optimistic that there's going to be a Volume 2, or do you think that was a second printing and they had number 2 come out?
Well, I'll tell you, Steve. We got JP Patches Volume 2, Patches Pals Christmas, and we got Volume 3.
Was it just being optimistic?
JP knew what he was doing.
Oh, yeah. So I think they did these all at the same time.
Any more questions, Steve, before we bring out Emmy?
I think I'm okay.
All right.
All right, good. Now moving on to new business then. Emmy Blotnick's one of our favorite people. Let's see if she's ready to... Not yet.
Not yet.
There she is.
There we are. Emmy, good to have you back. First question: have you watched Indiana Jones yet? Have you watched it yet?
I watched the 4th one with Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, you watched the worst one?
I think I watched only the worst one.
No.
Oh, okay. Do you have plans of watching any of the new or any of the old
Raiders of the Lost Ark?
I think if I get COVID again, I'll do it.
Here's hoping.
If there's another pandemic, maybe. Yeah.
A fresh strain comes my way.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, I would like to get the update on your Indiana Jones status.
Thank you,
and
guys.
you recorded a stand-up special recently. So when that comes out, I'm excited about it. I saw that. Was it here in New York, right? You recorded it?
Yeah, it was at Union Hall. They played bocce ball the whole time above it, which is great.
Yep, that humbles you.
Can you hear it? Can you hear the bocce balls hitting during it? Or
no, because I'm killing so hard, you can't.
Oh, right.
That's what I
There's
thought.
no room for.
I remember one time we did a college gig, but it was part of like their big like final exam celebration. So in the same room we were doing our little dog and pony show, there was a mechanical bull. And so people were spinning around wildly and getting thrown off, and people were applauding. And we just realized we couldn't compete with it, so we just started watching the mechanical bull.
At first they asked us. They're like, "Do you want us to turn off the mechanical bull?" And we're like, "Yeah, it's distracting." And then they turned it off, and everybody left. Nobody wanted to watch the show.
Like, well, at least there were some people in.
We're like, "Turn it back on." So they turn it back on, and then people are doing the mechanical bull while we're doing the show. It's actually kind of fun. We should have more.
They should have let you do it from the bowl. I feel like maybe one of you was on it, or both of you together.
You're right. That would have been the way to.
Both of us together on it. I think that's
we
how
would have their attention, and then we would throw to a video clip.
Exactly. Everybody wins.
And when the body hits the floor or whatever, I feel like that's like there's like a corpse thudding element of whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll leave it there.
We realized that the bowl was more entertaining than us, and can't argue that. Hey, so I was asking you, do you have any videos you remember, things like that? And you grew up in outside of Boston or near Boston, right?
Yeah.
So we pulled together a found footage festival classic from Somerville, Massachusetts. Steve, play the intro graphic, please.
You caught me with my pants down, but no one sells carpet or waterbeds for less.
Our buddy Ken Reed, who's a stand-up and from Boston and podcast host, gave us this collection of public access TV from Somerville, including a teen dance show. I don't know if this was from your era, but it was called the Somerville Dance Party. Did you ever see this on TV?
My God.
Growing up?
Is there a year, like a rough? Can you date this roughly?
I want to say this was like. You know what? This was probably early 90s, so it might have been before your
I think
time.
based on his hip-hop references, I think it's early 90s. I think it's probably 92.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll prepare. That's a trigger warning as far as I'm concerned. So I'm ready.
Prepare for it. Prepare for the accents. It's going to make you feel like you're back home again. Here we go.
All you kids that are back to school now, why don't you put your books down for a minute and take a break and watch Somerville Dance Party. We got some old videos coming up for ya. Madonna, Bobby Brown, New Kids on the Block, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, and many, many more surprises. So sit back, take a break, relax, put your feet up, push the coffee table out of the way, and get down with Somerville Dance Party. In case you're wondering, you're watching Somerville.
I know his shirt says Bulls, but it really looks like balls there to me.
That's what I thought too.
Okay, all right, not just me then.
It's all right. Let it keep running. In case you're wondering, you're watching Somerville Dance Party Sudden Success. If you want to be on the show, drop us a line. Somerville Dance Party Sudden Success, 535 Medford Street, 02145 Somerville. I'll call the son.
Call the sun.
We're looking for rappers, singers, dancers, video jocks, disc jockeys, what have you. Get off the street and into the television studio with Sudden Success. We're fresh.
God bless our troops in the Middle East. I want to say hi to my two boys, Tommy and Tony. I love you very much. My mother and father and all my friends. Tom Campbell, the host of Somerville Dance Party.
Hey,
see you next time. Yeah.
See, I'm hoping to see a young Emmy in the background there somewhere. But
that would kick ass. I think I was into figure skating to music around this time. I don't know. Yeah, nobody asked, but I also like a dance floor.
Yeah.
Wait, who did you figure skate to? What were some of your performances to? What songs?
I cut it up to The Locomotion by Kylie Minogue.
Sure.
Holding on to two classmates to not fall. It was like that kind of show.
You couldn't do the spinny thing then.
No, I had like my mitt clipped to my jacket, but
that's pretty cool.
Sounds graceful.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Kylie's aged amazingly.
Oh yeah.
Hey Steve, are you selling out to anybody tonight? let's pay the bills here.
I am selling out. I'll have to find my close-up. Here it is. I'm selling out to J. Nathan Couch. This is a serious one. J. Nathan is looking for...
it's a serious one?
Yeah. He's looking for his biological father. His mother passed away when he was young, and the identity of his father was never known. His biological father was never known, and doesn't think that he even knows that he exists. So he is intending to hire the folks at legacytree.com to help him with this endeavor. Because all the free avenues have been fruitless. They're a company with 20 years of experience. They have an 80% success rate of locating missing parents, but their services aren't cheap. So he's asking for a little help. So if you go to GoFundMe, you can either search J. Nathan Couch, or we put the link to it in our show notes for today. So
whoa. We've never had a sellout like that before.
So he's on a quest to find his biological dad. That's
he
pretty
is,
cool.
and he's someone who's sold out to us before, and he sends in a ton. I just saw he sent in, I think, a Flying Windows. He's sending us something for Flying Windows, but a great Melinda, is always there. So
you didn't charge him. You didn't charge him for that one, did you?
I told him that we did not want money for it. So
there we go.
He said he wanted to pay anyway, so I don't know, but we haven't talked since then.
Your money's no good, Jay Nathan, for this particular one. For other ones, yes.
Put it towards the search.
All right, that's pretty cool. I hope he finds his dad.
Yeah.
All right, interesting.
Jay Nathan.
So, Emmy, we've been curating these clips of from screeners. Like, here's one for the. I think this was Cindy Crawford's attempt at getting into acting. This is like an erotic thriller with William Baldwin, but this is like a screener for video stores. So at the beginning, it would say like, "Here's why you should order Fair Game." Cindy Crawford is popular amongst like teens, 18 to 24, and sometimes they would have like an inflatable Fair Game standee that if you ordered 5 copies. So I pulled together this Friday is Friday the 13th. So it's one for Friday the 13th, Part 8. Jason Takes Manhattan. But we got an intro graphic for this one. Steve.
You may say it's a screener, but it's not the only one. I hope Tuesday we will watch some criminal penalties for unauthorized duplication or distribution.
Oh, one thing I like about this, they shot extra footage for the advertisement. Like, this isn't in the movie. This is just
that's fun.
Yeah. Ref pulls the VHS copy out.
This should be set to Kyle's note.
Catch the newest horror hit of the season, Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. And to help scare up plenty of customer awareness, we're offering this chilling 6-foot Jason banner for every video store. Plus, here's a blood-curdling free offer that's just too frightening to pass up. Just buy 3 video cassettes of this all-new Friday the 13th thriller and get a set of specially designed Jason hockey mask decorative lights in the pre-pack. Now is the time to turn New York's newest problem into your newest home video money machine. With Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan.
I really like hearing that guy with his sinister voice say, decorative lights.
Yes. Yeah. Buy 3 video cassettes on, and then but what wasn't offered but was featured in that was the hockey jersey that said Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. That would be a coveted souvenir, but not offered as part of that promotion.
Decorative lights. All right, I got a corner tier 2 here, and I got it's a new one that got greenlit a couple weeks ago. I call it This Week in B-Roll. And Emmy, you're in the production world. You know what B-Roll is. It's the filler. It's like supplemental footage when you're trying to get from point A to point B. You just fill it with B-Roll.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Perfect. All right, here's my opening graphic for This Week in B-Roll.
Be my B-roll.
That's B-roll right there.
Be my B-roll.
All right. So
that was did you get a child to sing that?
No,
or is
believe
it
it or
an effect?
I used computer effects. That's my voice, and I use computer effects. Are you complimenting me?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. That's what I was hoping for. So, okay, the reason I started doing this is because we got a hard drive from this dude in North Dakota, Fargo, North Dakota, who used to work at a local news station. And he gave us this hard drive with all the bloopers on it. But also on there, he gave us all these bloopers. We edited montages of that. But also on there was another folder of all their B-roll. And it's fascinating just to watch B-roll. It's kind of like meditative sometimes. It's like hypnotic. So this one, I think what his job was is to take all the B-roll and string it out, because it was called this one was called E-Cigs String Out. So they were doing a story on e-cigarettes when they were coming out. And here's the B-roll from E-Cigs.
Well, they went with the underneath view.
Yep. That guy agreed to be the B-roll for the e-cigs. Is that your style e-cig, Nick? Is that the one that you use?
Yep. I get the kind that would be in like the Star Wars cantina.
I feel like I'd have it in my contract that you can't do close-ups of the mouth like that.
Well, wait. This ends strong. Now we're seeing all the products, but you'll see another close-up of the mouth here at the end. And I noticed something.
Advertisements.
Watching it. Yeah.
Oh, I think I already noticed it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, he used to have a lip ring.
Yep, exactly, Steve.
Oh.
Good eye. Yeah, watch.
Oh, yep. You see the little hole.
Yeah, you see? I think he used to have a lip ring there. Yeah.
Idiots.
But it
Stressful situation.
Looks like it's scabbed over. I want some of the e-cig vape to come out of the little hole.
Yeah, like the Beetlejuice woman with the tracheotomy.
Okay, I think we got one more shot of B-roll. One more time. Just because you really like the song,
I think we generally try to irritate people with the intro and outro just to...
Oh, you're going to see lots of intros and outros in this show, Emmy. I don't know. Yeah, it just, the stars aligned. So you're going to see a lot of them.
And then here's another. You roll in the middle. It's perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Well, here's another trope we love. It's flying windows. The news used this a lot, but we found other versions as well. Steve? Well, one of the patron saints of this...
I mean, I was hoping that was an e-cig that you were bringing up to your mouth. There.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I'd be sure to get the camera like way underneath and then have an old lip hole.
Old lip hole. Changing the title of this episode to Old Lip Hole.
Should have been the title of the episode.
Yep, we're changing it. All right. No,
I thought e-cig B-roll had potential, but...
That's good, too. Yeah.
E-cig B-roll, yeah. That's
all
good.
right. We'll decide by the end of the episode. But this is our helper, Joby, sent us this tape that he found of Bob Hope's 1984 Super Birthday Special. It's 1984, feels a lot like 1974. It's almost like a variety show, star-studded. These aren't, this is the trope usually at the beginning of a show, like The Love Boat or whatever. Emmy, like the windows would fly by it and be like, coming up. And then a window of whatever was coming up would fly by to show you, here's all you have to look forward to. I don't know if these are flying in the typical way. They're not going like left to right. I still think it counts, but maybe we can decide here.
Super Birthday! A World's Fair salute to Bob Hope! Starring the World's Fair Aquacade, Red Buttons,
kind of flying toward you, right?
June Carter,
they're breaking up, yeah.
But then they
Johnny
fly out
Cash,
that way.
Dick Cavett, Placido Domingo,
Making out.
Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Marvelous
Dolores
Marvin
Hope.
Hagler.
Sugar
My
Ray
favorite
Leonard.
Amazon series.
David Letterman. John Ritter. Brooke Shields. Mr. T.
I mean, I'm tuning in.
Twiggy.
And Twiggy, it's just a random assortment of celebrities from the era doing shtick.
I don't think Johnny Cash ever said no to a variety show, did he? I just feel like he's been in every single variety show. Like he could do variety shows in his sleep, couldn't he?
Yeah, the Man in Black, but also did a lot of patter with comedians. It's really funny, and I watched the Letterman segment, and you can just tell Dave is hating himself because he's doing Bob Hope style like setup punchlines, and you can tell he just is miserable. But it's kind of fun to watch him squirm. So I actually pulled a song that Bob Hope does with Twiggy. Well, I'll just tell you, he does "Up, Up and Away, My Beautiful Balloon." As they're boarding a NASA spaceship. So we're going to watch that on the way out tonight. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Great tease.
Yeah, or you'll miss it. Yeah.
Who's going to leave now?
Yeah. Should we do another one? Should we do another opening graphic?
I'm exhausted from all these corners. How are you holding up, Emmy? Is it?
I'm hanging in there. I feel like I could do another, but maybe
okay.
not.
All right.
You have all right.
Yeah,
So
one
this
more
one,
corner in us.
this is another corner that I'm using that news footage for. I call this one Banter Banter because I love the banter between news hosts. You know, especially when it goes kind of bad or they're just not getting a good riff going. You know.
Yeah.
So here's the opening graphic for Banter Banter.
This week you were asking about a movie. Did you ever find a good movie to rent?
I
No?
don't think so.
Okay, so that's the opening
This
graphic.
rips. Yeah.
Yeah. So this one comes from that news station in Fargo, North Dakota. This is a doozy. This is a real doozy. They don't yes and each other. You know, they just kind of like shoot something. Well, you'll see. Here it is.
And there's your storm tracker. 7-day forecast. Still looks like our main threat of snow will come in on Christmas Eve. And that looks to be a fairly weak system. So I don't think we'll see any big storms for the foreseeable future, but might get a couple little teeny ones.
All right, sounds good.
You guys are just like staring at me like, still loving the Christmas tree. I did fix the Christmas tree, by the way, Travis, if you noticed.
I didn't. I wasn't paying attention.
Next time you look, I fixed the bulb. It took me a good half hour.
Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad I noticed. Thanks, Daryl.
Here's Jane King with your Bloomberg Business Report. And we will go to
Weird noise. We always say it sounds like a shoe in a dryer. They're just kind of tumbling around.
It does. Yeah, I don't know what that sound. I mean, this is so layered. There's so many.
I thought it was just.
What did you think it was?
I was gonna say, I thought it was just my heart pounding.
From how nervous this makes you. Yeah.
Can we go back and just listen to what he said to him about the Christmas light? Because I've watched it 14 times now, and I still don't really know what he's talking about.
I think it's on the graphic. There's a Christmas light on Christmas Day on the map, and he's making a joke like, "Hey, I fixed the Christmas light."
I love that he was just like, "No, I wasn't even paying attention." Like just completely.
He's looking down and he just goes, "Sounds good." What sounds good?
Thank you, Daryl.
That it's going to get a snow shower? Sounds good.
All right, one more time. Let's listen to it.
For the foreseeable future, but might get a couple little teeny ones.
All right, sounds
good. You guys
good.
are just like staring at me like, still loving the Christmas tree. I did fix the Christmas tree, by the way, Travis, if you noticed.
I didn't. I wasn't paying attention.
Next time you look, I fixed the bulb. It took me a good half hour.
Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad I noticed. Thanks, Daryl.
Here's Jane King with your Bloomberg Business Report. And we will go to
Wow. Cut the awkwardness with a knife.
Oh my God! It seems like the only way to solve that is with a fist fight, and they're not going to show us that.
No. Maybe it's somewhere on that hard drive. Maybe there is a fist fight.
I mean, I would watch local news. I think if it was that awkward every night, I would just you'd have to tune in.
I think they might
Sort
be
of adversarial lean as that's the hook to the news.
Yeah,
Centrist
exactly.
news.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
this this guy who gave us the hard drive, like he had a good eye for this kind of stuff. So I think he only pulled those moments. So they look like the most inept news station on the planet, but that's only because we only show those parts.
That's true. It's not fair to WDIY. But,
no, I'm sure they're all professionals,
Smooth
but thank you to that editor for man, he has a good eye.
All right,
he knows
Steve,
what we like.
I'm going to try to do an awkward transition and then to show us your raviolis, okay? All right. And then just cut me off whenever. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
Come on, let's see your raviolis. Show us 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 your raviolis.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah, nailed it.
Emmy, I was asking you if you remembered anything. You said you gave me a list of several local commercials, so I pulled them all together, and I think I did these in increasing order of Boston accent.
That's
So
just perfect.
start off with the mildest, and we'll get into the most extreme. All right.
I can't wait. Okay.
All right. We'll pause it.
It's blazing and the summer gets hot. Water country's a very cool spot. There's no better place to feel and be young. Water country, have some fun. Plunge into Dr. Von Dark's Tunnel of Terror, coming soon. Water country, water country, water country. Have some fun. Open daily.
What do you remember about that one? That was from a New Hampshire water park, right?
It's that song. I could sing every single word of it, like in a coma.
Do it.
I feel like it. I'm not gonna put myself in a coma now.
You don't have to sing it. Can you just speak it? Can you?
When I get inspired, I will.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but
there was
I'm
lyrics.
really
What the
glad.
lyrics in particular that there was lyrics you told me it was there's no better place to feel and be young. What does that even mean?
Is there a way to hear it again? Because the way he
yeah.
says
Let's play it
feel.
back. Oh yeah, what should we be listening for here?
A sort of, it has the singing style of like the DuckTales theme song where it's like really passionate, like bordering on holy. And the way he says there's no better place to feel has stuck with me since I was like 8 years old.
Okay, well, let's look for that part.
To feel and be young.
No, let me back it up a little more.
There's no better place to feel and be young. Water country, have some fun. Plunge into Dr. Von Dark's Tunnel of Terror.
And then
coming
also
soon.
Dr. Von Dark's Tunnel of Terror.
Dr. Von Dark.
Have some
Duck?
fun.
It's not open yet. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it
Come
still
back
around?
for Dr. I have no
Yeah,
idea.
right. It's opening soon. Oh, new for 2012. Okay, yeah. Did you ever go to Water Country?
No, and I actually do like water parks, even when I've found out how disgusting they are. I still think it's a good time.
They're
Yeah,
petri
same.
dishes,
And-
aren't they? They're just like
Absolutely.
big-
It's like
yeah.
Band-Aids and like pee everywhere.
Yeah. Why I do have a good time.
Oh my gosh. And just the key change in the song, like the way that guy
Yes.
sings it makes me, I'm like, am I Christian now?
Feel and be young. Yeah.
Yes.
Steve,
Well-
did you ever go there? That's your neck of the woods, right?
Your Providence. That might have been a little out of your.
Yeah.
Nick,
no,
do you want to
we
let
never- we
Steve
never went
answer
there.
the? You want to let Steve answer the question?
Well, his mic was off. I was giving him a chance.
Was giving
Okay.
me a chance.
Yeah, just let Steve answer the questions that I ask Steve. Just
Okay,
going
yeah.
forward.
All right, sure.
Steve?
And also, I don't even know when Water Country was started. I don't remember that from when I was a kid.
Okay.
All right, okay.
Do you,
Next
do you
time maybe I'll
remember
take it.
Dr.
Next
Von
time I'll take
Dark's Tunnel of
Yeah.
No, sadly.
So this next one is for a year-round Christmas shop in Massachusetts, I think. What should we know about this one?
Christmas tree shops, I think, is gone now, but it used to be like slightly defective products from all the neighboring stores. I think that's how it worked.
Okay.
And it was not Christmas themed most of the time.
Was anybody
the
there?
great-
Oh, I was gonna say, was anybody there in April? But like they were probably doing Easter stuff then, right?
Oh yeah, they're blowing it out.
Okay, Christmas shops.
Anybody that doesn't get their wrapping paper here is making a big mistake. Ribbon. Bargain, bargain, bargain. 500 yards of ribbon, $1.99. Where do you get those beautiful bags? Christmas tree shop, a buck. Unusual. Where would you find this? I don't know where. $3.99? Heck, I can afford it. Unusual things, this is where you get them. I've had an unusual morning, to say the least.
Bargain. That's really that's the slapper part.
I didn't understand a single word she said. I didn't hear.
I am just
She
confused.
said she can afford a bundt cake tray.
Right.
I didn't hear that at all.
A novelty pillow or something. Yeah, it just
It's
seemed
like
kind of like
Home Goods before Home Goods.
a Dollar Tree or something.
With a terrible name for a store, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
yeah.
They don't sell Christmas trees themselves.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of confusing.
Bernie and Phil's Discount Furniture.
Gives me goosebumps.
Okay, here we go.
In Boston, there's only one place to go when you want to see a baseball game.
Only one place to go when you want to ride the most famous boats in Boston.
And when you want to buy furniture in Boston,
you have an alternative. Bernie and Phil's Furniture.
The quality brand name furniture you'll see elsewhere, but priced like nowhere else.
Bernie and Phil, quality, comfort, and price. That's nice.
Ooh, I like that.
Solid.
Right?
Yeah.
Later on, they dropped the "That's nice," and I think it scandalized like a whole region.
People boycotted them.
Alarming.
Yeah, they're like, I'm not gonna. My furniture's not all gonna match anymore. I'm getting. I just thought that one day I would get on the highway and get like a ton of matching furniture. But
yeah.
It still hasn't happened.
What did they have some young hotshot ad kid come in and say like we don't need the nice at the end? People know it's nice. We can. Did some young Don Draper come in and say drop the nice?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know why you would drop the like. It's what pops.
The
It's,
hook.
Yeah, the
thing,
freaking hook.
Yeah,
that's the by Menon. We need that part. Yeah. And by the way, we got to earmark that jingle for. I don't think we've done Massachusetts yet.
Yeah, it's kind of a jazzy little number.
Yeah,
there.
I like
liked
that
it.
one.
Yeah.
All right, we're ramping up the accents. We're going to end on Dean's Home Furniture. What should we
That
be
is
listening?
the most Boston. Yeah.
Okay. All right, here we go.
$99 sleeper living room package is new and improved. It's a no-brainer. New and improved because it has a nicer fabric and bigger and better lamps. A no-brainer because it's still only $7.99. Looks and sits like a regular sofa, but it's really a queen-size sleeper. You also get the matching love seat, 3 tables, and bigger and better lamps. Still only $7.99. My new and improved sleeper package is a no-brainer.
There it is. Queen sleeper
It's a
and
sleeper.
no-brainer.
Yeah.
Emmy, when you go home and like let's say you're there for like a long weekend, you're at home or something, you're back in Massachusetts. Do you start talking like that again?
No, but it's only because I didn't talk that way to begin with, and I don't go back there very often. So it's
Okay.
I feel pretty
Okay.
like stubborn in the way whatever dialect I have.
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
love the sound of the Boston accent, and it's comforting to hear Weymouth, Revere, come on down to Swampscott, like all the just great town names.
Yeah.
Steve, I do love
Steve, you
it.
do that when you go back to your New England home. Do you turn back into
After a couple
voice?
drinks,
No
I do.
brainer?
Yeah. My wife will call me out when I switch it instead of saying Wada or something like that.
Yeah.
And your
Wada.
nickname is Chippa, which seems like a very
New England
that
thing.
region thing to call somebody.
I was
All right,
just
It's on the
dead in this
sleeper.
weekend.
yeah, it's a no-brainer. All right, Joe, what did you pick out to show?
Okay, I got a couple good ones. More opening graphics though. This one. Okay, so this one is about. I don't have the actual tape. I couldn't find it. I think it's buried in a box, but I already digitized it, and it's one of the. It's like a pseudoscience video that's like made by like a homemade version. It's kind of like this tape. It kind of reminds me of because there's lots of like
Martian Genesis.
Yeah, there's like lots
Yeah.
of exclamation points and fonts are big and lots of pictures and provocative and like more
Absolute
expensive than it
proof.
should be. Yeah,
Mhm.
absolute proof, that kind of stuff. And it's about I don't know how to pronounce it. Iidology, and it's about how you can diagnose somebody based on their eyes alone. But the reason I chose it is because they use a lot of overhead projectors, and it's for my new favorite corner called This Week in Overhead Projectors, a trope that we see often in these VHS tapes. Here's the opening graphic for that.
If you like visual aids that aren't easy to see, then you'll love This Week in Overhead Projectors.
Emmy, I also sang that one too. No voice
man,
effects.
I thought that was MGMT.
No, no.
You'd think, but no.
I get that a lot, but no. All right, so there's an overhead projector in this one, and this is exactly how the tape starts. Right at the beginning, you hit play, and this is exactly how the tape
starts. You paid $27.95. Okay.
Yep, to learn about Iidology. Here we go.
And we come up. This is a good, healthy brown eye. This is just a real healthy brown eye. And here we see a brown eye.
That's what.
Now,
no, never mind.
Are you guys familiar with the?
No.
Other okay.
It's the color of his iris, I think.
Yep,
Wait, the other kind of brown eye? Or
Yeah.
Are you... Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not familiar. No.
No. Okay.
Nope.
When you get older, you'll learn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or look it up on Urban Dictionary after the show, Nick.
Okay.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'll do that and report back.
Okay.
now hold on to your socks.
Hold on to your socks. Is that how the? Isn't it hold on to your
No.
hats?
I think it's hang on to your socks, but even that feels wrong.
I think it means hold on to your hats, and then it's like it'll knock your socks off. I think that's what it's mixing it up with.
Hold on to your socks for this brown eye.
Your hat is going to fly right off your brown eye.
Okay.
Zoom
all
in.
right.
It's your hat.
Here we go. More Iidology.
Now hold on to your socks. What we're going to do is show you a couple of pictures here of how important this eliminative area is. And this is one of the things that happens.
He's telling one person in the room about this.
Yeah, there's just one guy's tall head, I think. And
I watched most of the video, and they never pan over, and so I assume that he's just talking to that one guy right in front of us.
Do you think other colored eyes are eliminative?
That's a good question.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch. We could watch the whole video right now. I have it digitized.
I think eyes are gross. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just me.
They are, yeah.
There's a lot of close-ups, and he shows some rough-looking eyes too. Yeah, and rough-looking heels too.
You have a dirty...
Hold on. I don't want to miss a line that he says here. Okay, here we go.
This is one of the things that happens. You have a dirty colon. Now, if that was bad, hold on to your hats. Here we go again.
He got it right.
Yeah,
he got it right.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Hold on to your hats.
That's the way
Here comes your colon.
yeah, exactly. You're not too far off, actually.
To your hats. Here we go again. Because this is the kind of, can I use the word crap? Now, I'm not inferring that you have this black...
You can't.
Don't say crap in this classroom.
the guy in front gets up and walks out.
I'm not inferring that you have this black snake sitting inside of you just waiting to gobble up your next meal. Now, I want to erase all of that out of your minds, all right? I don't want you to go home today with those terrible thoughts or pictures in your mind. So here's Yosemite Falls.
You'll love This Week in Overhead Projectors.
There we go. Yep.
Wow.
Bravo.
Love a good overhead projector video. There's more. There's like 30 minutes more from that. And I have a feeling, I mean, if that was just 25 minutes, I mean, and that was gold right there, right? Is that video?
Yeah, how does it end? It's kind of a cliffhanger. It's
Yeah.
like, there's a black snake inside me, and then roll credits. Like,
My guess is it
who
ends
wins?
abruptly with no credits, and it just kind of
Yeah.
fizzles out. That's how I'm gonna guess it ends.
Well, I got another tab open, and I looked up what is a brown eye, and I have a lot of questions, guys, but I'll do this off.
You weren't
air.
expecting that, huh?
No, I
Okay.
got some real. real images. I don't know what I'm
gonna
looking at.
Up black snakes. I gotta figure
well,
out
yeah,
what.
Let's compare.
What's inside me?
Let's compare notes, and we'll find out. We'll learn a lot.
Oh, the human body's
Black
awful,
snakes
isn't it?
In Florida, yeah, it is. Awful. I don't want to know anything about it.
No.
We have a lot of musical instructional videos, guitar instructional videos by a guy named Kurt Mitchell. We did one about Nirvana, where it was clear he knows more of like the shredder guys. So he was teaching people how to play like Come As You Are, but he was kind of like derisive, being like, one of the easiest things you can play. I don't understand the phenomenon, but okay, here's how to play it. Well, he really is effusive about Boston. So this is how to play guitar.
Boston the band or Boston the
in
city?
the style of Boston, Tom
okay.
Schultz. So, but I figured that was Boston related, so I'd show it. And you always think guitar guys are like rock gods. They're mostly nerds. I mean, the amount of like nerdy like electronics you have to know about to get a certain sound. So Kurt Mitchell, cool guy, looks like a guitar player, also a big nerd. So I've interspersed his nerdy guitar musings with some of his riffs from Boston songs.
Schultz used to use, he was an electrician by trade and a musician too, and he had all this stuff conglomerated in together. And this first album was a landmark. The first album was a landmark in guitar sound, and still to this day, in my opinion, has not been beaten as far as even himself.
Didn't catch Life's Van.
Put a little bit of 500 low mids in it, and it gives you something that sounds nose. It's got a lot of nose in it. That's how I usually term it. Tom Schultz could play the heck out of an organ. I imagine he still can.
Beautiful.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Now, when I was a younger lad, and I used to play this stuff in bands, actually I was never in a band who could sing it, so I used to play it for my own entertainment. But when I was a younger lad and used to play this stuff for my own entertainment, what used to happen was I always wondered why these sets of songs were in F. I have a 51 Martin. It's my favorite. This is my favorite guitar in the whole wide world. I sure did have a good time making these. Tell you what, until next time, I'm Kurt Mitchell, and I'll see you later.
There it is. How to play guitar in the style of Boston. He's adorable.
Wow.
And he has a YouTube channel, by the way, where he's still making guitar videos. He doesn't have the long locks anymore, but still teaching people how to play guitar.
Still have the same delivery and the same sort of, yeah.
Yep,
okay.
gray goatee now, and yeah, but he looks his age, but trying to give back. So I applaud him. Oh, Emmy, you also said, there's one other thing you remembered. You were disturbed by a Sesame Street clip you watched growing up.
Yes, and I didn't know if that was quite in the wheelhouse of.
I think that counts.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
It's a VCR party we're having here. Yeah, that's what.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
Definitely.
This was the subject of my nightmares. I used to like run out of the room screaming when this Sesame Street sketch would come on.
It was I'm just playing like the last minute of it, but Bert and Ernie are in an Egyptian pyramid, and one of the sarcophagi mummies comes to life and taps Bert or taps Ernie, but then Bert doesn't see it, and it goes back and forth, and so Bert kind of thinks Ernie thinks he's going a little nuts. So here's how that ends.
Let your imagination just run away from you because you were so scared.
Maybe, Bert.
Okay, good. Why don't you maybe sing a song? That'll make you feel better. Huh?
Yeah, Bert.
Yeah, you won't be that scared then. Okay?
Okay, Bert.
Eerie music.
Are you starting to feel it, Emmy, a little bit?
Ah!
I mean, it is kind of scary.
I'm awfully fond of you. Wow. Oh, Bert will never believe this. Bert. Hey, Bert.
It's almost a Twilight Zone premise.
What are you doing? Me and the statue are dancing, Bert. The statue's a great dancer, too.
The statue's dancing now.
Well, it was, Bert.
It was dancing.
It was dancing, and it was singing, too, Bert.
Ernie, why don't we just go home?
The statue knows Rubber Ducky, Bert.
Sure. Come on.
We were dancing. Honest, we were,
We'll
Bert.
just take a rest, Ernie.
Really?
Come on, let's go home.
The men in white coats come and drag him away.
Oh, yeah.
Bye-bye, statue.
Yeah, bye-bye, statue.
Bye-bye.
We should have alerted viewers. Should have been another warning here that this might have terrified people to their core.
I think this is a 8 and up sort of sketch.
Yeah,
we should have put the rating. We should have put the warning beforehand.
Yeah, TV-13 kind of thing.
Put your toddler outside. This is scary shit. This is directed by Jordan Peele.
Yes. From the mind of Jordan Peele. Yeah, I could see that being a little scary. You're not being believed. A mummy's coming to life.
Right. I think it might have been the first example of gaslighting I learned was Ernie.
It's all in your head, Ernie. Yeah.
All right, it's time for another corner.
Oh,
it's called a little corner called
Exciting or Not Exciting.
Best corned beef I think I've seen for a long time.
Okay, here's how you play excited or not exciting. Nick, do you have the tape over there? Do you have the Segway training video?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So in Raleigh, North Carolina, somebody gave us this Segway training video, which baffled me because I didn't know that Segway era crossed over with the VHS era.
2002, I think, was the copyright at the end of this tape.
Yeah,
So,
I didn't know that the Segway was that old. So, but anyway, I love a good safety video, but sometimes they can be boring, if they don't have enough reenactments or if they're not violent enough. But this one, going into it, I had no idea if it was going to be exciting or not exciting. So based on what Nick held up the tape, do you think this video, the contents of this video, do you think it's going to be exciting or not exciting? You see there's a animation in there. There's like a graphic animation in there. Yeah.
A sort of driver's ed feeling to it.
Yeah, and those are always exciting. But it is a Segway.
Like employees on a lot, like everybody's delivering something. Is that just presumed?
No, in this one, they're just like, this is the transportation of the future. And they make it look like everybody has one in this thing, too. So
I digitized it, so I might have to abstain. But
yeah. Well, Nick, your dad, he had trouble on a Segway.
We did a Segway tour.
Right?
Yeah, we did a Segway tour, and
of what? What was the tour?
It was of Wapaka, Wisconsin, where we rent a cabin each summer on a lake, and they offered Segway tours when that was the trend. And we went up a slight incline, and my dad, I looked behind me, and he went into a ditch, and he goes, "The thing's broken. It just stopped." And the guy's like, "Were you leaning forward?" He goes, "I was." And then he goes, "Okay, you can use mine." And then about 15 minutes later, we went up another slight incline, and he bailed again. And I think it might have been user error. I can't be sure.
I don't know. It sounds like bad luck to me.
Yeah, it might have just been 2 bad ones in a row, including the one from the instructor.
What's your
and the one the guy rode on who invented that guy?
What are the odds?
I think he got a bum Segway as well.
Yeah, yep, that must have been it. So what do you think? Is this going to be exciting or not, Emmy and Steve?
I'll let Emmy go first.
I feel we wouldn't be here if it wasn't super exciting.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Been here every week. I'm going to go not exciting.
All right, here it is. Segway training video. Exciting or not exciting?
Owning a Segway HT is one of the coolest things you'll ever do. We believe you're at the beginning of a worldwide shift in the...
You think that's true? It's one of the coolest things you'll ever do? Having one? I don't know. I've tried to think of something cooler, and I haven't experienced it yet.
Smoking an e-cigarette, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Nature of personal transportation. You're making history, so do it safely. The Segway HT's unique self-balancing system makes things seem so easy, you may not realize the serious potential risks. Just like a person, you can slip, trip or tip over. Many first-time riders mistakenly pulled the handlebar towards them.
Nick, I think this is what your dad was doing here.
Yep.
Oh, no. He was making history.
He was.
Was that one of the coolest things your dad ever did in his life?
Yeah, to my recollection, yeah, I think that was it. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Watch.
He goes,
Tell me
this
if this...
Segway becoming a father.
Well, once I saw him in the ditch, and he said, "This thing's broken." Then he took down his sunglasses and winked. So it was pretty cool.
Okay, yeah.
They step on the machine. This can cause the machine to buck back and forth. If this happens, carefully step off the machine and try mounting again.
That should be a GIF. We got to make a GIF of that.
Oh yeah,
we
the
gotta go
blocking.
back and forth. Yeah. Nick, were there a lot of people on this tour? Did a lot of people see your dad fall into the ditch?
Yes, there was maybe 10 people there.
Really?
In a small little town. Yeah.
Did everybody laugh, or did everybody help?
No, they were concerned. I mean, my dad's he's probably like 60 something when this happened. So tumbling into a ditch is less funny when you're that old. But
yeah, that's true.
He was okay. He was a trooper.
If you would have done it,
Like,
everybody
watch
would
the video. They tuck you off sometimes.
We didn't watch the video. There was a safety course beforehand in the parking lot.
By the way,
Did you
so
wear
far
helmets?
Yeah, we all wore helmets, which added to the coolness. Yeah. Yep.
So far, I'd say pretty not exciting.
Yeah,
so
not
Emmy, not looking good for you so far. So
No, I think
not
the
very
step
exciting.
it bumped into was like 2 or 3 inches tall maximum. So
It wasn't even a
the
tall.
stakes are low.
I know.
Only get on in balance mode. If you get on the machine before it's in balance mode, you will fall over.
Kind of
Avoid
exciting. They never show him falling though.
No, didn't hit the ground.
Obstacles. If you can trip over it while walking, you can fall over it on a Segway HT.
Why are they so desperate to convince us this thing's just like a person? They're like,
Right.
"This Segway.
I know.
It's basically your feet.
It's just like you. It has thoughts and feelings."
I think they've been around Segways for too long.
Yeah.
I think that they're becoming a Segway. All right, here we got some animation. Watch this.
Okay.
Don't let one wheel drop off a curb or into a pothole.
Whoa.
Any slippery
Stunt.
surface, such as loose gravel, wet grass, sand, ice,
Not wet
waxed
grass.
or soapy floors, should be considered dangerous. You may not realize how hard the machine is working to keep you balanced. You could be one slip away from a serious injury. Segway HT balances you forwards and backwards, but not sideways. This could cause you to tip over. Don't ride on steps. This is very dangerous.
Though cool.
Don't put anything on the platform other than your feet. The Segway HT could mistakenly think that there is still a rider on board and continue to travel, risking damage or injury.
Oh my god, they're pretending of the children.
You did
Wait
it.
a minute.
Yeah, you did it.
Okay.
Emmy. It was
All right.
exciting. You nailed it.
I
Yep.
think when they said this thing can't handle a waxed floor, I was like, what can it do? You know, like, it's
Yeah.
so exciting.
They listed off 50 things it couldn't write on. So, yeah, there you go. And
Just
we all
go
have
straight.
Segways here. We all have Segways here, right? All 4 of us do.
I am certainly not afraid of those.
There's no other form of transportation that I'm aware of. But be careful at a Segway, otherwise you'll fall right in your brown eye. So you got to be careful when you even
So
step foot on it.
important. Exactly.
All right, now this one I teased, and this we're preparing Emmy for like a 10-hour plus marathon
11
of.
or 12. We're doing from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. You
see how
keep
much-
saying,
Is this the
you keep
Indiana
saying shorter
Jones?
times.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping it wraps around 8. That's my hope, but we'll see how long it goes.
No.
Clown videos from our collection, including this new acquisition. This is a McDonald's training tape from 1992 called McMagical Be a Clown Circus Show training tape. So it's a training tape for how to be a Ronald McDonald clown. And the first video that started us, thinking VHS tapes could be funny and fun to watch with a group is a McDonald's training tape by this same company, MediaTek, from I think Oak Park, Illinois, near where Hamburger University is. And so I was thrilled to find this. It lived up to the hype. We're going to watch the full tape on Friday. Join us, subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch all the clown videos with us. But here's a little taste of the McDonald's clown training video.
Gentlemen, children of all ages, please welcome the renowned star of our show, the one, the only, world famous clown, Ronald McDonald.
The Bulls intro.
Do you believe in magic? And I hope you do.
Is he in a Marriott?
I always have a friend wearing big red shoes. I'd like to bring up the man who's responsible today for our circus, the host here. He's the manager of the Oakwood McDonald's. I'd like to bring up our manager today, right here, Mr. Rob Preskins. Would you come up here, Rob?
Track down Rob Preskins. Get him on the phone on Friday.
Yes.
Hamburglar's the
Rob.
second guest. We
I'm
got
glad
Rob
you're here.
Preskins in the first segment.
Yep, but then the Hamburglar is number 2. You're right, yeah.
We'll give him some freckles, yeah. All right, should we paint his hair?
Nice going, Ronald. Now, we've seen face painting. I've come a country mile since I've learned about face painting first. So you're going to put on a little more. Then they're going to say, is that enough? And they're going to say more. And you can say, I don't think I have that much makeup. Just kidding. Anyway, now you put on a little more. Don't get too crazy. That'd be just about enough right there. So those are the tricks, and all I can tell you is rat trap, pennywinkle, Tom Toodles, rattle booger, lolly bubble, high, low, mini mini caca, oompa cha cha, lopi wawa, actobinico, saxo, bingo, lady hoop, poo.
That is just a little taste. That is the tip of the iceberg for the McMagical Circus training video.
I don't think I like it when clowns speak in a normal human voice. I think
Yeah,
they
he
got to do a
switched.
voice.
He switched to his normal voice for that training
I think
part.
you
at
have
the
to have
end.
like a boo. Nick, you do a
Yeah,
good
it was
clown.
too naturalistic, is what they would say at the,
Yes.
in acting school.
Yeah. I
He
don't
had
want that.
the yeah when he's doing the show part. I think it's the same guy. He had the more of the Ronald voice, but then at the end it's just like, well, you got to remember. So yeah, it's more of the crusty version at the end.
So we're going to watch that whole thing on Friday.
It's an hour long. Yeah, it's about an
Love
hour
it.
and 10 minutes. So
Love
that's,
Does he teach anything? Do you get to learn some clowning?
Yeah,
tips
you
and
learn.
tricks?
Yep, he does the show, and then he shows you how to do he does magic tricks in the show that are all related to the circus, and then you go to those little interstitial parts where he's out of makeup, showing you how to do the tricks. So we'll all learn some.
Does Ron Perkins come back? That guy?
Yeah, the manager. Yeah, he does actually. Yep. So we'll
He
see
stole
him
the
again.
show. He really stole the show. Ron Perkins, once he was on. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll have a lot of time to kill on Friday, so we'll find his number and call him, and he'll be confused. So don't go anywhere on Friday. You'll miss that.
All right, that does it for Rockin' Raviolis.
That does it. Play the outro.
Shows the raviolis. Shows the raviolis. Shows the raviolis.
Let's get into some nice things. How about?
All right, we got time for a quick one.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, Emmy, I want to catch you up on this here. So, I don't know how we got it, but we got a this fish school training kit years ago. I think we've had it in our collection for a long time.
Yes.
And the idea is that it came with a DVD, and it would teach you how to have your fish do tricks using this like magical wand in there. And there's a whole video that comes with it. And I told the Melindas about it, and there were 2 Melindas that wanted it, and we only had one, so I bought a second one off of eBay. So we have 2 Melindas that each have a fish school training kit right now. And Tori is one, and Bronte is the other one. And so I wanted to make a competition to see which, if Tori or Bronte could do more fish tricks now that they have the kit. Well, Tori emailed this week. She got her. She said, "I think I figured it out. I'm just gonna let it be a surprise. I don't want to give away whether Tori got the fish to do a trick or not. But take a look. This is by the way, this is the video that you would watch first. This is the DVD menu, and then we'll go into the trick that Tori's gonna attempt."
After placing the hoop setup in your tank, the first thing you'll do is get your fish comfortable with this piece of equipment. Watch how Comet is lured into position and eventually through the hoop.
You do it one more time.
Okay, so
Now we're into Tori's video?
Now we're into Tori's aquarium now.
Okay.
She's got the hoop there.
All
and
right.
she's got the wand. And she's got the fish. And I think she said that one fish is better than another fish at it. So here it is. Take a look.
And I'll hit the button all the way. Come on.
Yeah.
So Tori's up 1-0 against Bronte. I haven't heard from Bronte. I think he just took that fish kit and ran because I haven't heard anything back from him. So.
Another one of those fly-by-night scams.
We got scammed, Nick. We got scammed. So Tori's up 1-0, and I think I saw another email from her that said that she got him to do another trick. So we might.
All right.
2-0. So
your move, Bronte. Yeah. Well, I have another update from two of our amazing viewers. Now, we have a legendary home movie from our collection called Kirk's 40th Birthday, and the tape was a home movie of a guy named Kirk from Wisconsin, and it was May 1992, Kirk's birthday. So he was turning 40, so they wanted to celebrate Kirk's 73rd birthday. So last month in May, this just got lost in my inbox, but they celebrated in their own way. So I thought I'd show a little bit of a reminder of Kirk's 40th birthday, why we love it so much, and then how they celebrate it.
Happy birthday, dear Kurt. Happy birthday to you. Make a wish, yeah.
Can't make that wish again. It already.
There goes Kirk on his birthday, pushing his scooter. Finally got the fucker running.
And then there's a cut in the tape, and then this is how the whole video ended.
When you're cool, the sun shines on you 24 hours a day, man. That's why I wear these shades. I'll be back. I feel so lonely, and I know I'm not the only one.
So,
oh my God, he looks like the guy from the Somerville dance party.
He does.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yes.
That guy is a real cut up and is doing a lot of references. We decoded what the references are. I think they're from My Science Project and a song by Extreme, maybe? I can't remember.
Tesla?
Yeah, I think maybe it's Tesla. And then, of course, Terminator, I'll Be Back. But then, so they made a cake. They actually had this cake made for Happy Birthday, Kirk, which I thought was very
that was
sweet.
nice.
And then they went to a karaoke night and they made matching shirts. This is Patrick and Elizabeth. This is when the sun shines on you 24 hours a day from the ending of that video. And then the back says, I'll be back, Kirk's 73rd.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
And not only that, but Patrick sang a song for karaoke. Listen to this.
Oh, what a special!
I mean, I'm sorry for sitting on that for a month, but it just got lost in the inbox. But that is an amazing tribute.
I bet all their friends who went with them were just confused because
Yes.
how are they going to explain? At least we have the video to show and explain it, but they had to explain the video without. Wow. Okay.
Everybody in the room was confused by that.
Tip my hat to them.
Yeah.
So
all right, that is nice things. The intro is good enough to play for the outro.
Emmy, you got any nice things over there?
No, do you?
Steve?
The zebra print behind you is pretty nice.
That's nice. That's a nice thing.
I
Steve,
know
you got
I'm not the only one.
That's nice things, everybody.
Hey, I have the Clown-a-thon promo. We already promoted it, but I just want to play this. I'm just obsessed with that Ronald McDonald that says "Hand of Applause."
Oh, the jazz scat at the end.
No, I want to show you.
I'm obsessed with that, though. I mean, you're right about that.
Yes, I'm obsessed. I'm going to be obsessed with that. But the new thing I'm obsessed with is this other Ronald McDonald video. Remember when the guy said, "Hang on to your socks," and he screwed up that. Yeah.
Hold on to your socks. I think.
Hold on to your socks. Listen to what Ronald McDonald says at the top here, Emmy. Listen to what he says. All right, ready?
I want to hear a hand of applause.
He wants to hear a hand of applause. That's not how it goes, right?
No, it's around.
Around, yeah.
Yeah. Or give me a hand. Give him a hand.
Yeah.
Yes.
He called it a hand of applause.
It's a flub.
And I'm a big fan of that, and I can't get enough of it. All right, so here's the Clownathon promo.
I want to hear a hand of applause. Good, but not good enough.
We're really driving this home.
It's going to be a full 6 hours of clown footage that day.
12 hours.
We're sure happy to be up here today doing our Clown Town USA. And if there was ever a guy born to be a pole holder, it's this fella.
Yep. And so we're going
Someone could be like, what did you call me?
So, and we're donating to a charity too for it. So you can donate while we're doing it, and we're giving all the proceeds and money to a charity. I don't remember which one it is. I think it's a children's charity of some sort. So
right.
Give them a hand of a donation.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the tagline for Friday.
Yes, hang on to their socks for a hand of donation. There we go.
Applaud for charity.
Yeah, there it is. Starts at 11 a.m. Eastern time, Nathan, and it goes until 11 p.m. 12 full hours.
Or whenever we're done watching videos.
And all the emails when we're sending emails back and forth, Nick's times always go down shorter. So it's always like, well, we'll probably be out of there by 8. It's like, no. You didn't see the first email. We're going to be there for 12 hours.
Well,
it's a marathon.
Is there an open bar at this thing?
Oh, yeah, always. Yeah.
Yeah, stop on by, Emmy. Yeah.
Yeah, if you,
It'll be...
Yeah.
It'll be 4 hours of clown videos. So,
it'll smell like a locker room in there.
In and out.
Yeah.
If you are a Patreon member, that's how this show keeps going every month somehow. Chip in. We're very close to being able to pay ourselves a living wage. So help us do that. Help us do things like the Clownathon. And if you're a $10 and up a month patron, you can get our bonus episode with George. We're going to watch a video that we recorded off of TV in college. That's a Psychic Friends infomercial. It's a half-hour infomercial, and there's parts from it that we quote to this day.
Yeah.
And I found a recording of it. It's
I can't believe you
digitized.
found it. That was one of
Yes.
those long-lost videos.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're going to watch it with a college friend who used to watch it in our dorm room at like 2 a.m., Stephen Grauman, who's actually a real-life minister. So that's going to be fun. And then if you subscribe to Rewindo, that's our streaming Netflix-style service, new stuff going up each week. Hotel Hell, the California, the Eagles singing Hotel California at the Hypnotism show, people singing along. You can watch that only on rewindo.tv.
And next week we got Kyle Mooney joining us. So, and he's promoting his new album. So
we get the best guests.
We do.
Emmy this week, Kyle next week. It's what a show. What a show.
It's a good one. It's a good one. What are we going out on, Nick?
Up and Away with Twiggy and Bob
Oh,
Hope.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
How could I forget? Why did my brain forget that?
The tease everyone's waiting for. So until next week or until Friday, we'll see you down the road to clowndom, everybody.
Yep, and that's all. That's it. And if we had been prepared, we could have done better.
Continued success, everyone.
Emmy? Got anything to say?
Can we A/B this?
Yes.
What does that mean?
We're gonna do it A and a B, and you pick the. We're
Oh
testing.
yeah. Yes.
Okay. A is sure, but can you do fish tricks with the kit?
That's good.
Okay, I like that one.
That's A.
Yeah, that's A.
Tough to beat.
B is hold on to your hands of applause.
Ooh.
Oh, I want to go with B. I want to go with A.
Yeah. Really?
I think B's the one.
Tiebreaker. I'm going B. Yeah. Okay. So let's hear it.
Hold on to your hands of applause.
Okay. Thanks for
that. Like to ride in my beautiful balloon. Would you like to glide in my beautiful balloon? We could float among the stars together, you and I. Oh, we can fly. We can fly.
Ooh, octave change. Watch this part.
When we return, Dr. Selner will complete the bunion surgery.
Yes, those are his pajamas he's wearing.
All right, I gotta go.
That's all. That's it.
Let me see that one.
Rocks are done. Gotta sleep.
pie.
That's it. That had done it.
We did our best. If we'd been prepared, we could have done better.
What do you think about Bibra?
About what?
In A.
Mine not there for yuck anymore.
Ooh.
That's all I'm doing.
Cheerio. Continued success. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Sizzler.
Tinkerbell!
Hasta la vista, baby. And I got that from Arnold Schwarzenegger, the governor from California.
We'll be right back right after that.
Good luck from all of us at Hagen.
And Kurt Polstead, the real great guy.
Night, night.
Goodbye.
Chucky, better luck next time.
Jim's coins in Hilldale.